Budgets are almost ubiquitous with personal finance, and there must be a million different self-help tutorials, books, and YouTube videos telling you why you need one and how to make one. I'm here to tell you that they're a waste of time. By the end of this video, your ability to manage your personal finances will go from this to this. I'm the fireman, and I'm trying to reach financial independence before I turn 30 years old. And to reach such an aggressive financial goal, most people assume I rely on a rock-solid budget. But I don't. In fact, I never use a budget. Not only do I not use a budget, I think most people shouldn't. In fact, I even think they can get in the way of you reaching financial independence. To see why, we need to talk about how people actually make budgets. All of the budgeting advice I've seen follows this formula. First, choose the categories of expenses you want to track, like housing, food, and transportation. Second, sort your expenses from the last month or year into these categories. Third, choose one of these categories and set a limit on it, typically on a per month basis. Some also include a fourth step, which is typically an aspirational goal, like reducing an expense in a certain category. There's nothing inherently wrong with this process. The first two steps are actually really important, and I do them all of the time. It's really the third step that I don't like. That's because budgets are like training wheels. If you've never ever gotten on a bicycle in your life, then yeah, training wheels might be a good idea. They're a good place to start, and they'll prevent anything catastrophically bad from happening. But if you're a little more experienced, it might be time to take the training wheels off. See, there's a time when training wheels stop helping you and start getting in the way of you getting better. If you never have to ride a bike without training wheels, your balance will never be quite right, you won't be able to take turns as fast, and going over jumps isn't really recommended. And the same goes for your finances. Most people make budgets by making just small adjustments to their current expenses. So that means people are cutting the least consequential expenses, if any. Even worse, most people treat a budget like an allowance, which means they spend up to the limit every time. That means you can get positive feedback for spending less than the budgeted amount, even if in actuality you're just budgeting for way more than you actually need. To reach financial independence fast, you need to have the opposite mentality. And luckily, there's a better way. When you take off the training wheels, you gain a much better sense of balance. It's absolutely incredible what people can do on a bicycle. They'd never have that sense of control if they never challenge themselves. In terms of managing your personal finances, that balance is being disciplined with your money. If you always use budgets as a crutch, it'll be extremely difficult to minimize your expenses and accelerate your journey to financial freedom. In fact, I didn't just take the training wheels off. I took the pedals off too. I've become comfortable enough managing my own personal finances that I don't need to use my own manpower to get around. Even big hills feel pretty easy. That's because instead of a bicycle, I'm on a motorcycle. What I mean is that instead of using a budget, I just follow an extremely simple and effective strategy. I only buy what I need. I don't need to make sure my expenses fall within budgeted categories, because if I really need something, I'm going to buy it, whether my budget accounts for it or not. But instead of spending every penny that I've allocated for myself, anything that's left over, I'll just save. It's a comically simple strategy, but it saved me thousands and thousands of dollars. Honestly, this underpins my ability to retire decades earlier than most people. All budgets do is try to save you from yourself. They might help you avoid stupid impulse purchases and other terrible financial decisions, but to really accelerate your journey to financial independence, you need to level up your game. Ditch the training wheels and get on a motorcycle. There is one other thing you need to do, which is to watch this video right here. See, in that video, I explain my 6-step payday routine, which is how I'm saving $50,000 this year without using a budget. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope you enjoy this next one too. Take care, I'll see you next time.